Do you think we should attack the game, or?
I was going to say, what adjustments should they do to pierce the PSG defense? Especially being at home.
I haven't watched PSG, but I've heard that they normally come out fast. So Arsenal, they just need to just contain themselves for the same way for the first 20 minutes.
I told you, Arteta's changed you, man.
I'll be honest, if that's what I see, but I want PSG to I want to see some fight.
How long?
It's just the way you started it.
How long should they contain them for?
The Newcastle background, remember?
How long do you think they should try and contain them for?
I just said the first 20 minutes.
That's the first 20 minutes.
They're gonna come out fast. So if again, you don't want them to score after 4 minutes. So contain them. That's you're saying I've changed.
I need to get.
Exactly.
We got to get.
You get for 90 minutes.
So Strives is saying, we should go off for the off.
Let's go, Ben.
And let's go. When they did to us,
the same way they
No, but that's what I'm saying. You like the other day I was thinking about this. Yeah, when I was managing Bournemouth, like you'll do your tactics. You'll be like, this man got arrow that.
Yeah.
Then you play a team and the team's moving mad. And you're like, rah, this ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you wanted to. You don't go and let's defend, but sometimes you just gotta find a way to quieten the crowd, innit? So
you want to be the team that moves mad, though. Should you do everything you can to make sure you're that team?
Your initial. What did Mike Tyson say? Everyone has the plan to get punched in the face. So the plan would be like, listen. And as Arteta will say all the time, I think you have to like suffer. Maybe prepare to suffer for the first 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to come out. So that's how they come out fast. Then it's a 90-minute game. All Arsenal needs is one goal.
So the
logic, then it goes into extra time.
I understand the logic of what you're saying, but it's just the messaging behind it is negative to me because I wouldn't go that far, but it kind of a little bit because it should be assumed. An assumed understanding that we need to keep it compact. We cannot concede. But the owners we should be telling the boys, because we've got Thomas Partey back now. We're playing our game. The best way to defend is to attack. Make them defend. Pin them back. Because remember, we were vulnerable.
So, Jay, what was your question again? How would you approach the game?
What adjustments would you make to
I need to talk about the first 20 minutes, but go and talk about the whole 90 minutes.
So I'm not thinking we're going to contain them for 20 minutes.
No, just forget what I said. You're the manager now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So,
you're
basically
let's go.
Let's go for it.
There we go. What are you saying to the man, then?
Cut the promo, man.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying, obviously, Partey comes straight back in. So Partey comes straight back in, So he's obviously going to be CDM. You're going to have your Declan Rice doing your what's. Odegaard, I'm going to give him an opportunity. And I'm telling Odegaard, he's got 60 minutes to put his imprint on the game. That's what I'm telling him. So aside from the thingy, that's how I'm taking him to the office. In front of the boys, he's the guy, like he's making everyone play. But I'm telling him he's got an hour. So I'm telling him, jeopardy. Because we have to be jeopardy. This is the most important hour of your career right now. That's what I'm letting him know. Then obviously I'm putting Marino back up top. Then you got your Saka and you got your Martinelli, what have you know. Obviously, we're gonna play Arsenal football as we play in Europe. We're gonna pop the ball. We're gonna, as we normally do, we're taking the ball from left, taking the ball from right, playing in them triangles that they can't deal with.
This team's gonna lose.
I was the only one thinking it.
Lose.
That's it.
Yeah, we're not going to lose this. We're not going to lose this. I'll tell you why we're not going to lose this. Go on. You see how there was trying to penetrate us from the middle? That's not going to happen because Thomas Partey is press resistant. Okay. He's turning them, he's breaking them lines.
Wait, why do you not think Thomas Partey is now coming up?
No, it makes a difference.
He makes a difference.
No, of course. No. He gets got out.
But then when he's getting got at, inverted commas, he's now also got MLS that comes into the middle with him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we got MLS and we got Thomas Partey, forward passing, line breaking players. Yeah, and press-resistant players, You got your Declan Rice making them runs. We saw what happened when Declan Rice made that run. Odegaard found him. So Odegaard needs runners, So we've got all that.
So you're going at them for the whole
90 minutes? I'm going at them. I'm stinging them. I'm taking them.
For the whole 90 minutes?
No, I don't say for the whole 90 minutes, but at least for the first half an hour. I'm making that crowd as quiet as possibly can. And knowing that PSG, they don't ever get quiet. I'm just trying to make that crowd as quiet as possibly can. 1-1 immediately. So, and we're going into maybe hopefully 2-1 going into the half. But I'll take a 1-1. Yeah, I'll take. And now, in the second half, I'll say the first 15 minutes, we keep it compact. After we've done our job.
So that's if you're 1-1.
No, but we're going to be.
If Arsenal go at half-time at 1-1, they'll win the game, I think.
Yeah. So I'm saying keep it compact. Frustrate them.
Yeah.
Because then when they're trying to get us on the flat, they're going to have to go wide again because essentially we're going to be too resolute now. They're going to have to try and go wide. They're not beating... If Ben White plays... wait.
Because people got cooked right, so you saved yourself.
I had to stop. But you saw how he recovered. So he's got that bank. He's banked that experience. Now, I don't think it's happening again.
Okay.
So they're going to have to try and go wide again. And I think we can hit them. I reckon we will play like a brilliant counter-attacking game in the second half and win the game. That's what I think we can win the game. I think we can win the game.
So in summary, what's your approach?
My approach is we're going at them. We're getting the advantage. We're going to keep it compact for the first 15 minutes in the second half. Then we're going at them again.
So then we're
going at them again.
Keep it compact. What's the difference
so
between
you're saying contain basically for the first 50 minutes of
the second half.
For the second half. So for the first half,
the first half, we're
getting all that.
We're going.
Cool.
And sorry, if it doesn't go 1-1 at half-time,
guess what? I'd rather lose. I went out on my shield, bro.
Yeah, same.
No, but you can't go out on your shield. Football's 90 minutes, bro. You can go out on your shield, but you don't have to go straight in from the very beginning.
If I'm containing them, and then I go out because we lost or because we drew 0-0, I'm going to lose it when I come back.
No, but when I say contain, when I say contain, it's not a thing of just saying we're not going to attack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a thing of that we want to attack, but we're going to approach again, maybe with a bit of caution, just to see what they got. For the first, let me say first 10 minutes.
It showed you lot, man.
Yeah?
It showed you lot what they got.
No, but we're now playing at home.
I don't think they can get much better than that. But I think we can be much better than that.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean you don't think that?
Yeah,
what do you mean you don't?
I think that was... I think that was one of the best PSG performances.
No, it wasn't.
No.
What the hell, bro?
What's going on here, bro?
No. This is why Arsenal fans are crazy, bro. No, but just call me crazy. How many games have you seen this season from PSG, bro? And you're saying because...
In attack, they can be well better. I think they'll defensively.
Why do you think they can be better in attack?
Because I've seen it. Kvaratskhelia played all right, but he kind of didn't play as fantastic. Dure is another level.
But you have to remember that they had their fullbacks just sitting and camping in to keep us nullified.
That's why I said they can play better, bro.
No. But it was a balanced. It was almost a picture perfect balanced performance.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you're focusing on the attack, but I'm so focusing on what they done well, even defending Marley.
No, that's my point.
But they've done that before.
No, my point is I think it was fantastic. Defensively, that we don't see PSG playing like that, and they played like that because they respected you. But if they attacking wise, they weren't themselves.
I want you to do that. Do that, please. PSG, do that and see what Arsenal do.
No, but that's my whole point. I think it's
the only thing I disagree is that you said you don't think they can play better.
I don't think they can play.
But they can though.
Okay.
So how? Tell me how.
Because you just said that they balance and they focus on defense.
But let me ask you a question.
They can focus on attack.
And you will pick them off, brother.
But you didn't pick them off in the first 20 minutes of the game.
They were robust.
Exactly, so I'm saying, but no, not because they were robust, because you lot couldn't handle their attack.
No, because because our middle was non-existent.
Let me.
Okay, so my point is that they could basically sustain that attack for a bit longer, and then technically that would be a better attacking.
Let me ask you a question. So PSG played really well. Yeah. And okay, they could potentially go. Yeah, we know they could go and play better. But
he doesn't know that. That was my only issue.
Yeah, but we also know that Arsenal also have a very, very big level to go up for us, right? Because Arsenal, they didn't play that well.
No, yeah, I had to stay silent. You said that your team's not great this season.
No, forget. Come on, man. Forget. I'm just thinking of what I'm saying right now. So you're saying, so you don't think Arsenal have a
way better? Because remember, based on what? Based on what?
Yeah. Based on what?
Based on the PSV away performance.
I don't care about that game.
No, because you said to me that Arsenal I said that Arsenal haven't been good this season, and that's true, and that's fair to say. But why I agree with Della that we can go up to levels that you and Marley Mar seem to be disagreeing with.
I just want to know how. Odegaard has a better game.
It's a simple question. So, okay. And this is being objective as football people. You know, Arsenal didn't play as well as they probably could. So you're trying to say, so based on...
I don't know that. That's where I disagree.
But why don't you know that? You've seen us demolish Man City. You've seen us demolish PSV. And you've seen us demolish Real Madrid twice.
Why I don't agree is because I think you couldn't play better because PSG didn't allow you to play better.
Okay, but Joey...
But I understand what you're saying in this game. But the question he's asking is, why can't you see Arsenal being able to raise their level and play better?
And be the dominant team?
You've seen it this season.
Yeah, but not against PSG.
Yes, you have.
No, not against the PSG you played this weekend.
Of course, the PSG is different. Wait.
The PSG that played you, like, I expected Arsenal to win that game because I didn't rate PSG at that moment.
Yeah, the one that you beat.
They've improved massively.
Guys, I'm asking a very simple question, which is basically, okay, do you believe Arsenal can play better?
I think some of them.
Yes, but then again, that's according to personnel.
No. I don't.
Why are you answering like that?
Let Della finish.
Okay, for me, it's very simple. Okay.
Yeah.
And as I said from the very beginning, PSG dominated the first 20, but overall, Arsenal, it'll probably balance on a scale of XG and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Arsenal, we all have seen Arsenal, and that's why I'm asking you guys to be objective.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't see Arsenal, you whether they do or not, that's a whole different kettle of fish. But you don't think Arsenal have it in them to play better?
So, okay, when you say play better, are you saying that PSG are going to play worse? Because I think it was... Wait, listen, because I'm saying it was balanced in that way. Like, you said it's balanced, as in, when PSG aren't playing well, Arsenal are playing well, and when... Do you know what I mean? You're saying to me that now, that PSG are just going to stay here and let Arsenal...
Can I say what I'm saying?
My question
can they play better? Yeah, against Brighton, against other teams, but against this PSG, I don't know.
Yes, against this PSG.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. My answer is I don't know.
But against this PSG, Arsenal wasn't at the races, in my opinion.
Why? Why weren't they at the races? Because PSG were good.
We've been discussing about we weren't at the races. However, even with us not being at the races, PSG only dominated us for 25 minutes.
They did what they had to do.
They did what they had to do, but they only dominated us for 20 or 25 minutes. Wait, Joey, because they only dominated us for 20 to 25 minutes. For the rest of the game, it looked like Arsenal could have taken something or could have nicked something. And it looked like they could have also nicked something.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I thought they were cruising. They were pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, bro.
I don't think they were pretty comfortable.
No, they were.
They weren't because they're pretty comfortable, bro. Donnarumma had a good game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Draymond even gave credit to the
I'm sorry, I wasn't backing Trossard or Martinelli to score those goals. So that's why I said
you might not be backing them to score those goals. I might not be backing Barcola or Ramos to score those goals. So we can all just say
so that's why we said comfortable. He said comfortable. That's comfortable.
But what I'm saying, if Arsenal's playing at a level that, in my opinion, is way below what I believe they can reach, and I think PSG is playing at a level where I don't think they can get much higher, and the game was that tight, all I am saying to you is if Arsenal get to that level that I believe they can reach, we've all seen at points of the season.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
That was my question.
No, because I think PSG are going to allow you to do that is the point.
I think we're disagreeing because you're saying PSG are playing at their maximum.
Yeah, that's why
I just said I don't think they can get much better than what I saw.
That's where we disagree. That's where we disagree, yeah. But we're not saying that Arsenal can't get better or they can. But we disagreed with him saying PSG can't get better. That's the only dispute.
We can't keep it moving, man.
You said better.
I can't get much better. It's been qualified.
No disagreement.
It's been qualified.
We ain't got long to wait to find out.
We're gonna wrap this, but before I wrap it, what do you think's gonna happen? Result.
Bro, what do you think I'm going to say? Arsenal
but as a result,
say what you're going to say. Just say it, bro.
Yeah, we're going to win and I'm going to go Munich, bro. I'm going to Germany to pack up my cousins, bro.
Love it.
That's what I like to hear. Everyone else, Molly?
I'm going to go PSG 3-1.
Bro, you lot weren't saying this last week.
I know. Obviously, we've seen that.
But guys, remember, when Liverpool played PSG, I was backing Liverpool to beat PSG, and then after they won, we all changed our opinions on PSG. Is that not fair?
Yeah, which is fair, but even after you saw PSG twice against your team, you still backed Arsenal for the first leg.
Yeah, and that's still, but I'm not saying I don't back them, but you can change your mind based on seeing the first leg. That's fair.
And that's what I'm saying. So, anyway, your question
was,
what do you think the score the next
I think Arsenal, if they show up the way that I know they can show up, I see Arsenal going through.
No.
That's not what the question was, right?
What's the question? What do you think the result's going to be? I think that's the question.
I can't get maybe 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1, Joey.
I still back Arsenal to win this game because I feel like Arsenal. I just feel like Arsenal. It's their time. I feel like it's their time, and
is it?
But question: what's different? And I'm being very pedantic today. What's different to the way I answered it in the beginning versus Joey's answer just now?
Okay, is that for me or
no? It's for everyone else apart from him.
Why
he answered it?
Oh, okay.
Because what was wrong with what I was saying in the beginning?
We wanted a score. I think we wanted a score.
Did he give you a score?
No, but that was Marley Mar.
No, but you see what I'm saying? I'm being pedantic here.
No, because I said I disagreed. I disagreed with Strive's point.
No, we've moved on.
Okay, so what would the score be then, Joey?
No, yeah, see?
Okay,
see, why I'm being pedantic.
The score's going to be 1-0 Arsenal win on penalties. But my point is that PSG, I don't trust them in the Champions League.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
I'm just saying, I don't trust them. And I feel like Arsenal need it and deserve it more than PSG, in my opinion.
We have had poor performances in semi-finals recently under Mikel Arteta and stuff. There's a few omens that we need to break.
Yeah, for sure.
And stuff like that.
Now's the time, man.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm going Parc de France.
I'm quietly confident. Well, I can't say quietly. If I wasn't on a podcast, I'm quietly confident.
I don't know why I think it's going to go extra time. I don't know who's going to win it, but I think
it's win-win for me, bro. If Arsenal win, I'm right. If Arsenal get battered, I'm also right, bro. So I don't know why you would even do that, bro. You're tempting the football gods.
Yeah.
All right, quickly. You ain't learned from that as a
obviously on the